from being homeless.
Okay, thank you.
But so how did you get involved with the film to begin with?
I've been directing car commercials for a very long time. I randomly one day met Eddie Braun, who was my stunt driver, and we got along famously. And then a few years later into working, he tells me, "Oh, I'm going to retire." I was like, "Oh, I don't know, we're having such a good time." He goes, "But let me tell you my retirement plan. I'm going to try and finish Evel Knievel's Snake River Canyon jump." And I was sort of said, can I film that? Is that something I can, can I shoot that? Is that good? And so, the rest is history. So.
About how many cameras did you guys have going during the jump itself?
During the jump itself, we had 17 cameras. And we wound up getting about 9 more iPhones on the ground and stuff like that. So, but the issue was when there was a miscommunication in when the countdown was going to happen. So there was a good 30 minutes we didn't think we had a single shot because it went off too soon. But fortunately, everything worked out fine. We had it. So yeah.
I watched it. This is your first feature-length documentary?
Correct, sir. Yes. I've only made one other one. My buddies who created the show, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I did a film about them and stuff. So but that was only 30 minutes. That's not feature length.
Yeah. You got 81 here for this.
81, sir. Yes, absolutely.
I have to say that, especially on camera, that the sequence with the launch and you captured moments of this professional stuntman's life where he was rather pensive. I know Eddie's not really an on-camera kind of guy. How did you get him to open up to you?
That took about 5 years. I'll be honest with you. No, I mean, basically an actor takes about a few takes to get into their role. A really human being takes about 5 years. It took a while. Fortunately, the launch happened 4 years into our journey. So at that point, he was very comfortable with me as a filmmaker. Obviously, we knew each other professionally, but as a stuntman, their job is to hide their face from cameras and not be on camera. So we had to kind of overcome that hump to begin with, and then to go to meet his family and go to his home and all that stuff. So it took a while to build a rapport and comfort, but we got there.
And I understand that Eddie's wife didn't want to be in the film at all. How did you talk her into it? Did he talk her into it?
It was a magical combination of the two. So I wanted to make sure that she was represented, because behind every great man is a woman who's just like, and incidentally, she winds up doing all the major plot points in the film. She's like, just go for it, you son of a bitch. Do this, do that, do that. So she winds up becoming a very central character. So I'm glad she allowed her to be filmed.
And there was a scene that almost seemed like it was just kind of a shot because you guys needed something to fill in with Eddie in the hospital. But I understand that Eddie was actually in the hospital for a real thing.
Oh no, that's when you were filming a man who does stunts for a living. There's always moments where he gets injured, or hurt. And so this case, I got a call and he said, "Oh man, I really hurt myself yesterday. Do you want to come film?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there. See you in the morning." And like, we got to stop meeting like this. This is getting sad.
Now Eddie has a million stories. What's your favorite Eddie's crash or celebrity story?
He had a very interesting story. He said, doing these certain stunts, these car crashes, what's hard about them is how they're going to hurt. So when you have to do a second take, having to do the psychology of knowing how much it's going to hurt at this point. So when you do it once, how would you like to do it over and over again? So just that sort of idea of having to do these dangerous things and do a second take is just that hurts tremendously. So.
I'm sure you've heard that one before. I've heard that one.
I just heard Eddie with a terrible dad joke.
That sounds about right. We cut all those out of the movie. So
you really made him look stoic in the film, I have to say.
Yeah, but that's who he was. There was. I'm proud to say that we were able to just capture a man's life as it was. There was no. Sure, I directed the film, but it wasn't like I had to say "Hey, can you be a little more braver here? Can you get a little more? Can you kind of get more excited about what's happening?" We just kind of let it all happen in the frame. So.
You did a phenomenal job. I hope it doesn't take you 5 years to make your next documentary.
Thank you. So far that's been the running time. It's been every 5 years you do it. But I think you need that time to, like I said, build a rapport with the person and make you feel comfortable and be on camera and feel comfortable about it. So,
Congratulations.
by the way, you're doing a great job.
Oh, yeah.
You're really comfortable right now.
We had a little bit of a rapport on the text.
Yeah. There was some text and rapport, sir.
But congratulations on the premiere.
Thank you very much.
I know we've got the evil spirit around the corner.
Yeah, go check it out, man. The actual flight rocket is here.
Did you get to sit in it?
I was too terrified to sit in it.
It's understandable.
I have no desire to get in that because I lived it. I saw it from the ground, and I don't want to. I'll get like flashbacks and stuff. So
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Kurt.
Cool.
Yeah.